Hey guys, welcome back to our video. Today we are sharing about internship experience in consulting in Singapore, and I'm here with my roommate.
Hi, I'm Jing. I'm an incoming year 3 student studying business at SMU.
Yep, and I'm going to be a year 4 student in NUS business, which is crazy. Alright, so tell us more about your consulting internship.
Yeah, so actually I took an LAA last semester. So it was year 2 sem 2. Yep, so I did an internship at Accenture, and yeah, it was a 6 months long internship.
For me, I took a winter internship at EY-Parthenon, which is the consulting arm of EY. I think that was that was December to January. Winter season. So it's only 2 months long.
Actually, you made a video about it, right? Your YouTube
Yes.
channel. Yeah.
So I shared more about it in my day in the life video of EY-Parthenon Interns, so you can check it out above here right now. And I go deep dive into my internship experience. So Pei-Jing, which department were you in?
Yeah, so actually for my project, it was a finance transformation project. Yep. So when I came, they already had the planning stage, and when I came, it was just like the implementation stage. Cause my project was actually a two-year project, really long project.
I see. Then what was your day-to-day like?
Yeah, I would say a lot of times I was just supporting the implementation, and then a lot of making slides, right? Yeah, and then it's just more of those.
Okay, so yours is implementation stage. For mine, it's actually the opposite. For mine, I was working at the Financial Services Office, FSO, but I believe there might be different changes in departments over the next few months. So I was doing more proposal stage. So yours is like implementation with the project's ongoing. For mine is before a project starts, we have to send in like proposals and approach documents to the clients first. So I was preparing all these for like say banks and fintech clients as well. So very early stage, and my team dynamics kind of odd. I was like the only intern, which was very lonely. Like most of the other interns were in like say audit and they were working from home. I was the only person who was like sitting in office during like COVID-19 season when it was like at its peak, right? Just bring my loner self, at the office with my boss. So I did a lot of the proposals like alone, or if not, like I'll finish the bulk of it and then I'll have like a manager or senior associate to help me like vet through also. And then only towards the end, then another intern who came from transactions came over to help the consulting side and helped me with some of the proposals also. And then on top of that, I did quite a fair bit of like thought leadership articles, especially at my first month, which my boss wanted me to like train my thinking framework and like sharpen my thought process before I actually go into the proposals, and all these takeaways can be applied. So I can kind of like think more independently and don't have to like just write proposals based on his ideas, but I could come up with ideas on my own also.
Yeah, actually for my internship, we also did a lot of proposals lah. It was like, at a certain period of time where they needed more help to like create the proposals, they would just ask us to be involved lah. So I would say throughout the whole internship, I was exposed to like quite a variety of things lah. So not just like I said, supporting the implementation, but also we at times we would kind of help out to do the proposals as well lah.
So why do you apply for Accenture in the first place?
I think it's a lot of why consulting? I would say before I got the internship, I was just thinking I want to explore more on like consulting and marketing, because I study business, right? Yeah. So the opportunity just came up, and then like we said, right, it's a lot of right place, right time kind of thing lah. Yeah, and the opportunity just came up, so I just decided to try out consulting first. Yeah, but after this, I think I would want to try out marketing. So actually next semester, I'll be doing a marketing internship at Disney.
Yeah. Yay! You're gonna be a Disney princess! Yeah, I hope we get some free Disney merch out there.
I'll bring back and give you guys.
Yeah. For me, I applied at EY-Parthenon because I know that consulting is really useful, especially at the early days of our career, to sharpen our thought processes, think very structurally, and do really train our problem-solving mentality. And I think this skill can be applied anywhere else, because eventually I want to do my own startup, and a lot of like successful founders before that, they were either like ex-investment bankers or consulting or consultants, because it's just the way they think is so structured and so logical. So I wanted to train that, and I think after graduation I would want to apply for a management consulting role as well for full-time and do it for a couple of years. Eventually, ideally, all these can help my future startup. On to the next question. What was the biggest challenge that you faced?
I think for me, throughout the whole internship, I just kind of really, it was the whole like sink or swim kind of mentality. I just didn't really know like what I needed to produce. Like, yeah, it's a lot of times.
Same.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's just I just had to figure things out. Like for instance, when I enter, okay, I would admit my Excel skills wasn't the best. So I had to kind of learn Excel on the spot. And then I had to come up with like a worksheet, right? So at the spot, I just kind of go to YouTube, and then I learn like this formula called index match, and then I just kind of learn on the way, and then just try to figure things out like
That's
along
me
the way.
with slide skills, because like my slide skill was honestly not fantastic. Like I could do like decent slide, but not like perfect OCD. Everything aligned kind of slide, and then wow, the first month was a struggle.
Yeah, I think we do agree that the formatting and all the meticulousness is very, very important in consulting.
It's one
right?
of the most important skills, really attention to detail. I think for me the biggest challenge is not just thinking deep but also being creative, because we acknowledge that like a client like a bank, right, will take proposals from multiple consulting companies, and we're not just fighting with other big fours, but we're also fighting for big threes and other like consulting companies, right? So like the solutions that we propose to like their problem statements have to be creative, and it has to be really like out of the box, such that they feel like there is a need for your consulting service. So I think that was difficult because I think I haven't seen enough of financial services yet. My knowledge of fintech and banking space was really quite shallow before that, so I really had to do a lot of readings. I was subscribing to a lot of newsletter to really know what's going on, current affairs in financial services, so, in order to propose like the most current solution. But I think my boss really helped me along the way. He gave me like the initial thoughts and the ideas to kind of like trigger the whole chain of ideas that came afterwards. So it was quite guided along the way, but yeah, being creative when you don't have much knowledge is difficult. So I think it's very important to be well read at the same time. The next question is, what was our biggest takeaway? For me, I think was like deepening my relationship with my boss, who eventually I think continued to help me grow in like not just consulting space but in the startup and venture space, because he does that as a side hustle as well in angel investing. So I think the continuous mentorship post internship is the most valuable takeaway I have. How about you?
Yeah, I think for me it's more like the learning points. Throughout the whole internship, 6 months, I learned to think on my own feet. I would say more of soft skills also. Yeah.
So what are some of the most important traits and skill sets to either be a good consultant or land a job as a consultant?
Yeah, maybe we can start off with like hard skills first. I think we shared quite a bit, like Excel skills really important. But I think, like I said, if you don't have like the basics, you can always, go onto YouTube to kind of just quickly research, or like, on the spot, just learn on the go. Yeah.
Correct. And I think being super detail oriented and being like really sharp to details, like 1 inch off in your boxes and all that is a no-go. And of course when your work gets vetted, right, I think all these, like sometimes senior associates and managers will spot them, but sometimes if I'm sending things straight to the clients, right, or like the partners might not even check because they're so busy, they might just send it out. So it's really, really important, because if not, it really ruins the whole impression.
Just make sure no typos, no grammar mistakes. Just, even the formatting really very important.
Correct.
So I think I can share like something like one of my supervisors, like one of my colleagues shared with me, right? So actually, during exams, right, is if you get 80% correct, it's like A already, right? But then like what he said to me was like, okay, for the work, right, you really need to get 100% correct. So what does that mean? Even if you get like 99% correct, it's still error, there's still 1% of error made.
Yeah.
So it's really important to even get that 1% correct lah. So that's really the
level
of meticulousness of this thing.
Correct. And another important trait, right, is need for speed. And that's why sometimes you have to overtime. I only overtime till like, I'm very, very lucky. Like my projects are still in the slower pace period, because it was like December, January, a lot of people are on leave, clients are in holiday mood already. So max our OT is still like say 7:30. But I believe there were days that you were OTing at home until like what?
Yeah.
11?
11, 12 sometimes lah. Because I would say is a lot of times is the client, suddenly wants something to be done, right? Then your supervisor just say, okay, we need to rush this.
Correct. Your turnover rate must be very fast. There were times where like a few slides have to be made or done in like say like 1 hour time. So really at the point in time you really have to like just focus and do what, like jot everything and just do it.
And sometimes on weekends? Do you work on weekends?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, right?
Yeah.
I think for me, okay, I think they treat interns quite well. They try not to ask us to work on during weekends lah. I think throughout my whole 6 months, there was only one time where I had to work during the weekend. But I would say for the full-timers, they definitely work during weekends quite a bit, and they OT quite a bit until like late night, right?
Same for me. I think the full-time like managers and senior associates do OT more than the interns, which is kind of odd, but I agree. If you guys are thinking of applying, what is the usual application process and period?
Yeah, so actually there's 3 intakes for Accenture. Yeah, I would think the upcoming one, okay, there's one in April, September and October. The upcoming, okay, we can put it here lah, the more information. The upcoming one I would say is in September, so that one is if you're interested to take LOA from January to June. Yeah, I think they are open to part-time as well, but I think a lot of this you have to discuss with the HR lah, and depending on the project as well. So first of all, you will have to give in your CV, and then after that, I think they will ask you to do a digital assessment. So that one will be a higher view interview, and then after that, for non-COVID periods, it's actually they call it a beach day. So what will happen is that they will ask all the interns to come over, and then they will kind of assess and choose the interns from there. But then
at a beach?
At a beach. Yeah, at a beach.
Are you serious?
Beach. Yeah. So yeah,
what?
Fun. Yeah, so there's a non-COVID period. So during COVID, obviously, you know, they can't gather in groups, and then it was a virtual one. So it was the CV and then higher view, and then the last one it was more of like a case. Okay, from what my friend described to me, it was more of like a case competition-ish. So they will come together, solve a case, and present, and then from there they will select the interns.
The beach day is interesting though. I've never heard any company do something like that before.
Yeah.
Okay, we are coming towards the end of our video. Now, how do we prepare for a consulting career?
Yeah, I think for us, like, you know, 3 of us, because it's me, you, and then we have another housemate who is interested in consulting as well. So actually the 3 of us, we actually do like case practices at home. Yeah, so for a period of time, we did it like around once every 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, correct.
Around there.
We should be doing more though.
Yeah.
Yeah, what else?
Oh yeah, okay, and then you can participate in some case competitions as well. Yeah.
So there are so many case competitions held by like the private sectors and a lot of companies, so you can apply for them, and even if you don't get in, right, it's really good practice, but it is quite intensive because sometimes you just work throughout the whole weekend.
Or sometimes even the networking there really
Oh
helps
yes,
as well.
correct. You never know who might refer you. So for me, I have 2 tips on how we can prepare for a consulting career. The first one is to sign up for all the school workshops. I'm from NUS, so I'm very fortunate that NUS has a lot of like workshops where they hire consultants and experts down to give like crack the case workshops. So you just sign up and it's free because the school paid for it already. Very useful. Sometimes they do like simulations for your case practices and all that. Another thing is to join CCAs. So there are so many CCAs out there that do either help you do consulting projects for clients, either in the social impact space or corporate clients, or if not, practice case interviews and practices. So for me, I'm in the NUS Management Consulting Club, and we do like case practices. But there are others like say Konjang, BFE, which is Bridges for Enterprise, 180 DC, and many more. They do like consulting projects, which is really good for resume and also networking. Now to wrap up this video, we're gonna do some fun quick fire questions. Okay, and what's like the starting salary of a fresh grad in Accenture?
Yeah, from what I heard, it was 4.3k. Yeah.
For EY-Parthenon, what I heard, right, I'm not too sure, it's about 3.2 to 3.5. Yeah, but it's like typical Big 4 stuff. Okay, did you get an offer letter?
No, I didn't. I think, okay, I don't know why, but hopefully it's not because I was lousy. Okay,
but you didn't ask for it.
Yeah, I didn't ask for it, and also I think because I was year 2 when I did an internship. Yeah,
So I was about like year 3 already, and I already expressed interest to do consulting in the future. So I did get an offer letter. I didn't really want to sign anything because I had like about 2 years left to graduation, so I wasn't really sure as well. Okay, would you do it full time?
Yeah, I think I definitely wouldn't mind doing it full time. Yeah, but then I think like I said, you know, I'm still exploring some things. So but my doors are still open lah. Yeah,
correct.
At the moment.
For me, I think I would do it full time, especially in my early days of my career, maybe for the first 3 to 5 years, but not all the way till like 40s.
Because you want to be entrepreneur, right?
Yeah, eventually.
Okay.
Okay, so what did you get as an intern package?
Yeah, okay, so this cup. And then
So
there
beautiful.
Then there was a coaster, and then it came with some biscuits and a 3-in-1 coffee.
I do remember getting an intern package, maybe like a bunch of stationeries and calculator. But when I joined the EY-Parthenon competition, the case com, I got an EY mask, which is really comfy, and also a thumb drive and some files.
Yeah, cause now it's COVID period, so I think this is a really good gift.
So comfy. I still wear it like nowadays.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and we hope you learned something about our consulting experience in Singapore. Leave a comment down below what you want to see next, and of course give us a like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye! Okay.